Okay, so before we get started, I just want to point out a few things. So I don't know if you can tell, but I am not particularly well at the moment. I've got like this coldy flu-y thing going around, and my throat and my nose are just crazy. Also, my skin is freaking out, so I've got a few visitors, plus my nose is really red and really swollen and really sore, so I kind of look a little bit like Rudolph, and again I'm just suffering all over. So I thought I'd just let you know before we start this tutorial, but my voiceover is obviously going to be relieved as well because of my voice, so bear with me. I'm getting better, but I need to film this video for you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So to start with, I'm using the lip butter from Cocoa Butter Formula, and then I'm going in with a couple of primers. I'm going in with my Essence All About Matte and also my Skin Perfection from L'Oreal. It's just going to fill in my pores, whereas obviously the matte primer is going to mattify my skin. Then I'm going in with the Revlon Photo Ready Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm just going to be applying this on the areas where my skin is freaking out. So my nose is really red today, so I'm covering that, and also I've got a few blemishes up around my hairline. And then I'm going in with a couple of foundations. So this is the Fit Me foundation from Maybelline, and I've mixed a couple shades so that I get my tanned colour perfect. And I've literally just applied that all over my skin, and then I'm just blending it in with a beauty blender just to make sure there are no lines or brush strokes. I'm then taking the Eraser Eye, or Instant Age Eraser I think it's called, by Maybelline. This is a concealer in the shade Light, and I'm just applying this on the areas that I want to conceal. So as you can see, it's pretty much an exact match for my skin tone. So this is going to be more of a concealing product to hide areas rather than a highlighting product. So again, I just apply that onto all of the areas, and then I'm blending it in with my beauty blender. I'm then taking this Master Contour Stick from Maybelline, and I'm taking that highlighting side to highlight my areas now. So I first of all concealed, and now I'm going in and highlighting. So I've applied it underneath my eyes and down the center of my face, and then I'm going in again and blending that in with my beauty blender. I will then be taking the bronze side, or the contour side of this stick, and I'm first of all doing my nose. I'm also going to be hollowing out my cheekbones and also minimizing the size of my forehead, and then I will blend in with a brush. So this is just an angled brush from Real Techniques, and I'm just pushing that product into my skin. I'm also minimizing my jaw because I have gained weight, so my jaw is bigger, and yeah, it's just going to make me look thinner, which I am all for. Taking the Bourjois rice powder, I'm going to be taking that on my beauty blender and really packing this product underneath my eyes, but also at the same time pushing and pressing it into my skin until you can no longer see it. This is going to really set those concealing areas so it lasts a lot longer before we then bake the concealers, if that makes sense. So I'm then taking the matte maker from Maybelline and just setting the rest of my face, just applying it with a brush in patting motions again, and then I'm going back in with that rice powder and really caking it on to set and bake that concealer. I'm then going in with this contour sculpting kit from Makeup Revolutions, and I'm just going to be contouring my nose. I'm doing this first so I can then bake around it. So as you can see, I'm applying that rice powder on the center of my nose and also up to the sides to really make my nose look slim. And then moving on to my brows and using the Freedom Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Blonde, and I'm just filling in my brows how I usually do. I think I've said this many times recently, but if you want a full in-depth tutorial of how I have been filling in my eyebrows and the products and the techniques I use, then please let me know in the comments below. Moving on to my eyes, I'm going in with this Revlon eyeshadow quad in the shade Addictive, I believe, and I'm taking that lightest brown shade. This is going to be my transition colour today. I'm then going in with this Sleek Ultra Matte Volume 2 palette and taking that brown shade. I'm going to be placing this on the outer corner and then going in with a blending brush and then blending that out to create a really subtle yet add definition to my eyes. I'm then taking this pink shimmery shade from the Sleek Storm palette and applying this all over my eyes, and I'll also be taking that champagne colour from the same palette and applying that more to the first third of my eye and just packing that on. I'm going back in with that dark brown from the Ultra Matte palette, and I will be using that as my eyeliner today. So I'm just smoking that along my lash line, curling my lashes, and then applying lots of coats of mascara. After I've dusted away all of that baking powder, I will then be applying that brown shade on my lower lashes and smoking it out, and again applying some mascara. Moving back onto my contouring, I'm now going to chisel out my cheekbones using this product and an angled brush. My brush looks a bit funky because it somehow caught a light. I think the sun and the mirrors may have made my brush catch a light, so it actually burnt. I will insert some pictures so you can see. But I'm now moving on to my blush, and this is just a nice pink shade from the Sugar and Spice kit. And I'm taking these two highlight colours from the Midas Touch palette from Sleek and just applying this to all the high points of my face and just using patting and sort of stroking motions to really emphasise that sheen. I wanted to keep my lips quite simple today, seeing as this is a back to school look, so I'm just going in with one of the Revlon lip butters. I can't remember the colour, so I will include it in the description box below. And then to finish everything all off, I applied some setting spray and some clear brow gel to my brows to keep them in position all day. And here is the completed look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I will talk to you all very, very soon in my next video.